It's Bioblitz. It's day one. I'm at Woodberry Wetlands, the London Wildlife Trust Reserve in London, and behind me are a whole gang of people out blitzing. I've already been completely undone when it comes to plant bug nymphs, all sorts of things which I'd seen before but I didn't know what they were, so my own knowledge is beginning to grow, and I suppose that's what this Bioblitz is all about, a quest for knowledge, not just about which species that we can find in all of the locations that we're going to visit from the north of Scotland, Northern Ireland, England and Wales, but also about those people with that knowledge. We're keen to celebrate them, the great British naturalist, and also to invite lots of young people to come along too, so they can engage with the great British naturalist and great British nature too. Bit of fundraising. Grassroots Conservation is doing some really good work out there, but it's never got enough funding, so anything you can give us that would help would be most welcome. And I'm also, lastly, and perhaps most importantly, keen to meet those conservationists, the people who are setting their alarm clock 15 minutes early to get up and make a difference themselves. They're not waiting for them to do it, because them or they are clearly not doing enough. Nature reserves are not enough. We need to rethink British conservation, and that's what we're going to be doing with our Bioblitz. It started really, really well, I've got to say, except that I misidentified a bug. I'll have to be genning up. Penny, you've given me this book, and I'm already enchanted. Tell me a bit about it.
Well, I decided to go around to my local park, which is quite an insignificant park in Packham, and I thought I'd photograph everything that moved in the sense of insects. And I thought I'd find about 50 species, and I carried on and on. Over 6 years I found 555 species.
And they're all in this book?
And they're all in this book. I decided, because usually there's a picture of this and a picture of that, and I thought it was really important to feature every insect to show its importance. So even though the flies might look all the same, they've all got different names.
Well, look at this one, this Chelseid wasp here.
Yeah.
It's particularly beautiful with its ovipositor there. And look, here we are, this ichneummonid here.
Well, here you have the Gasteruption jaculator, the best wasp name in the world, and this is how it injects its eggs into bees' nests. So I managed to photograph them going into a bee hole.
Penny, aside from the catalogue of all of the insects in your park in Peckham,
yeah,
I've got to say these are some jolly good photographs.
Thank you.
Aren't
Thank
they?
you.
Aren't
They
they?
are. Everyone goes on about nature reserves, but actually it was the small park which everyone just goes and walks their dogs in and walks through to show them that this is what's living in the bushes, and it's really important that we recognise them.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic, and your message is right up our street, and you're the first person I've met. What a start! Honestly, Penny, just nailed it in one. Look at this, what a fantastic landscape, managed by National Trust for Scotland. They've had most of this since the 1950s, and the mountain that you can see behind me is the highest in this part of Scotland. And you can see behind me here an exciting piece of management. They've got an exclusion zone here, which has allowed some of the natural habitat to regenerate. So an opportunity to look at the impact of what's happening in the wider landscape here on this particular environment.
Benlaw's is the 10th highest mountain in Scotland, but it gives its name to the whole of this property owned by the National Trust for Scotland, which is actually 9 mountains over 9 miles, so it's a big site.
Arctic alpine flora is one of the key attributes of this site.
That's right, yes. The place is infamous, or famous for its Arctic alpine flora. So there are a number of very rare species which occur here. So there are some plants which occur here in a few other places, and it's not just flowering plants, also lower plants like lichens and mosses.
It's meant to be one of the best places in the whole of the UK for lichens.
That's right, more than 500 species of lichens recorded here.
Water boatmans? Or is that
Water
diving bees? Oh, okay. That was hunting. It looks like that was hunting.
What else? What's this beauty in the corner here?
That's a dragonfly larvae!
It's superb, isn't it? Look at this one biting. Look, this is a beetle larvae, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is, do you know which species that is?
A damselfly?
No, it's
Mayfly?
a beetle larvae and it's biting me. I love those animals.
So a really important part of our Bioblitz team is Darren, and Darren's going to be coming along all the way from all the 10 days to all the sites and doing something pretty special.
Well, I hope I can produce something special, Meg. I've had some experience of trying to produce artwork on the spot. It's going to be quite tight if we've got an hour visit here, an hour visit there. This is what I did today.
So this is Ben Law's?
This is Ben Law's, and I've tried to got all these little additions of these flowers at the bottom because it's a very special botanical site. So an hour's work, but hopefully, hopefully, if I can do 50 of these for each site, it'll be something.
Brilliant.
Oh, there's a red carpet here. You can double carpet. There we are. Scarce silver wine.
And Jamie and Finley have a look.
Yeah, of course. Here we go. And we think that might be a new one for this site. I honestly don't think we could have had a more perfect start to our Bioblitz. Great hospitality from National Trust for Scotland, great weather, and also a potentially new species of moth for the site, scarce silver wye. And equally important is this: we're sat in a patch of perfect conservation, regeneration taking place on this hillside, producing a habitat that it hasn't seen probably for thousands of years. Top work, National Trust for Scotland. Day one, Site 2, the marvellous RSPB Loch Leven Reserve. It's the largest freshwater loch in southern Scotland, and famed for its wintering populations of wildfowl. I've been here a couple of times previously myself and seen vast flocks of geese in the winter. Today though, it's looking absolutely splendid. Plenty of breeding waders, I'm told, out here, snipe and lapwing, a few greylags out there, but more importantly, lots of people enjoying their Bioblitz, including lots of youngsters.
You must be a proper expert to catch all of those.
What have we got here? This big long...
It's the mosquito larvae.
Do you know what these are? These are soldier beetles.
Want me to show you these? This is a ringlet.
Now, rather paradoxically, I was very pleased to see that it's a building site over by the visitor centre, which that's a good thing because it means you're doing more things. What are you doing?
So we're building a new underpass. So we have the Loch Leven Heritage Trail, which is a 13-mile completely accessible and completely flat trail that goes right around the loch.
Wheelchair friendly.
So anyone in a mobility scooter, anyone with wheelchairs, cyclists, they can access this amazing trail that goes all the way around the loch. Unfortunately, the current underpass that we have that takes you underneath the road to our visitor centre is steps.
Right.
So anyone that's on that trail, they come round and then they go, I'm stuck. So what we're doing is we're building a new one that will swing outwards and come down at a gentle slope that will allow access for everyone, no matter their ability, into the wetlands and into the...
It's really important that we don't exclude anyone at all, whether it's physical or any other form of diversity of difference, isn't it really?
Yeah.
So that's a significant improvement. So these burying beetles are called burying beetles because they actually bury their food. Okay, so this tiny insect here is a male, and you can see it's got these clubbed antennae, and these antennae are really, really sensitive when it comes to smelling dead things. Can you smell that rotting meat? Have a good sniff, lift it up and have a whiff, it won't kill you. Go on. You can smell that, can't you? I can smell it from here. Yeah, it's rank. It's...
A lot of tadpoles, and the star specimen is a palmate newt.
Palmate newt, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And a couple of froglets as well, with all their legs.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
This is the most exciting one, look at that.
Yes, that is the most curious.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
He's got a hairy stomach and hairy back.
Hairy, yeah.
And
Why do you think you might have a hairy stomach and back? What would be the point of that?
I know.
Go on.
Keep yourself warm.
Keep yourself warm could be the answer, yeah?
To collect the pollen to other plants. Yeah.
Could be. I think it's more keep yourself warm and also to keep yourself dry. Yeah, because the hairs will be water repellent and they'll stop the body of the butterfly getting wet if it rains. Yeah, kind of. The Bioblitz at Loch Leven here has been running for the last 24 hours, and as you can see there are 32 seconds left. The species total is over here, 299 species. There were 686 records. They've been taking it incredibly seriously. A great team of recorders out here have been looking at all sorts of things, and it's my duty to call an end to this point. We'll assimilate all of the data, of course, make sure that it's assembled here so that this will be used as a point of reference forevermore at Loch Leven, and we'll add all of those species to our rolling UK Bioblitz total, so we know exactly how many we're seeing, the length and breadth of the UK. And that's it. It's over. Congratulations on completing your Bioblitz. I think a round of applause for everyone who's taken part. I won't ask what the most exciting thing is, but you can tell me. Go on. What's the most exciting thing that someone's reported, bird-wise?
Bird-wise, we had an osprey.
Osprey. That's pretty good.
It was amazing. I don't know how to turn that off.
Okay.
And buzzard, fantastic swallows, and lots of things nesting in amongst the buildings here. So yeah, looking forward to seeing the data and not just.
And essentially, you've been armed with mixed nuts, and I have to say, a fine tray of biscuits, essential fuel for any Bioblitzer. I'm very tempted, but I won't.
Go for it.
No, I'm leaving you with the biscuits. Thank you for all your hard work. Right, brilliant. But a bit like that.
Perfect.
There we are. And then all we do is turn that over like that, give it a good mix out like that, and see what we've got. I think one of the most exciting things about pond dipping is you never know what you're going to find. Every time you look, you can find a new type of animal, maybe a new species. There we are, some more coming in now, you see.
So there's
That's a tadpole.
a tadpole. Where's the tadpole?
So that's a tadpole of
a damselfly, is that it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So it's like a young
baby one.
thing, and it's something that goes and lives in the water and then grows up and lives on land.
One thing that caught my eye was a poster that you've got, which is encouraging people to explore the benefits of physical and mental health being in your little oasis here. What's the plan?
So it's quite a new thing here. There has been a pilot sort of group in Cumbernauld, and it's called Wild Ways Well, and it's just going to be sort of an open group encouraging people to come and do a new experience, sort of be active in a unobtrusive way. And we do have volunteer groups that come twice a week that do lots of practical tasks, and it can be quite hard work, and it's just another way of getting new people to explore the outdoors and maybe just try and enjoy things and notice things a little bit more, especially some people with mental health struggle to come outside, and I just think being outside in nature does do quite a lot for your mental health and well-being. And even me personally, if I'm feeling rubbish or annoyed or something like that, if I just go on a walk, I always feel better. So it's just hopefully going to be the first meeting in a few weeks at the end of the month, and we'll see who turns up. But
all right, well look, good luck with the future. I hope the mental health thing takes off. I think it's really important. And it gives also, it's not just natural history that will bring people here. It's that relaxation, that calming element, which
just
can,
a different aspect.
Completely
rather than coming just to see a specific bug or bird, it's
Exactly.
just enjoying being outdoors, which is really
which
good.
expands the number of people who will value this as a resource and help you look after it, really.
So it's not exactly the most glamorous of looking beetles, but that doesn't mean it's not exciting.
No.
So this is the only site in Scotland where this leaf beetle has been found. But I think it's a red data book species, which is really exciting.
A red data book species for our Bioblitz on day one.
Yes!
Calendar Wood here has been a managed woodland for well over 500 years now.
So it's an important local resource.
It certainly is.
In terms of well, timber initially,
yes.
And now presumably recreation.
Recreation purposes mainly now.
And we only have to look beyond the scope of the woods here to know there's tremendous pressure on the natural environment. Yes. So the bits that we have got to work doubly hard for those that we've lost, really.
Yeah, we'll continue to do that, and I'm sure future generations of rangers and etc. and Forestry Commission teams will.
Boring, brilliant, at best good for a kick around or maybe a game of frisbee, at best full of life and good for human life too in terms of the quality of that life. I love this project. It's a beautiful fusion of an individual idea with local decision makers, communities and councils to make this entire place better for wildlife and for people. I'm giving this one a full-on 10 out of 10. This should be spread all over the UK. Every municipal park like this should have some of that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was a long day.
Just a little bit.
Haha, seems almost like this morning was a month ago. But it was good.
It was great. It was really great.
Okay, go on then, what's your highlight?
Do you know, I think today really highlighted all the incredible young naturalists that really are there. Like at Jupiter, we met the amazing Maisie, and I was talking to her all about caddisfly larvae and just seeing how excited she got about all the different shapes and everything. It was brilliant. It was great. That was my favourite bit, I think.
That's your favourite bit. I like the end. I think, you know, this community of people making a difference with their own wildflower meadows in the tiny corners of the parks was sending out a really sort of, you know, multiple layers of messages which were really good. I mean, we've gone from, you know, the sublime to the superb, if you know what I mean. We started at Ben Lawes on that amazing place where you saw that tiny fragment where they'd kept sheep and deer out and regeneration was taking place, and we saw a glimpse of, you know, Scotland as it was probably hundreds of years ago. So that was pretty special. And then obviously Loch Leven, they're putting in all the facilities to enable, you know, full access for everyone. I thought that was really important as well, to make sure everyone can see those sort of places, which is good. Jupiter, yeah, as you say, that was good. Calendar, you know, I like the fact that the Forestry Commission are working really hard with what resources they've got left. They've been cut. They're good conservationists. We need to give them more help to do that. And then here we've turned up and we're on the verge. I'm on the verge of needing something to eat. I don't know anything else, to be quite honest with you.
Maybe
but
a little bit.
I think it's been a really strong first day. We've seen a whole breadth of different things, different issues. And we've been driving through countryside, which is undeniably trashed, but we've bumped into people and places where they're fixing it.
Bumped into absolute gems along the way.
You're
absolute gems.
Okay.
It's been great.
Can we go and bump into an absolute gem of a salad or something?
Oh, maybe it's something a bit more substantial.
Oh no, I'm just all right with the salad, but yeah, I'll
Some
find
cucumber perhaps.
I'm never eating cucumber again. I don't see the point of cucumber. It's so tedious. It's just like watery cucumber. I'm like, oh, come on, let's get something else.